Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're doing another premiere draft of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Last time we figured out how to play a very aggressive deck. It only had 3 cards that cost 4 or more mana, and it just, we got 7 wins with it. So if you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. Uh-oh, we're having a hard time finding a table. It is slowly filling up. I still wanted to get like 2 to 3 more drafts done today. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm recording like several drafts on the same day and uploading them throughout the week. I don't always get to draft every single day. Alright, so how am I feeling about this format so far? It's not bad. It's not my favorite format. My favorite draft formats are probably always going to be those multicolor faction formats, like the like Strixhaven, like Streets of New Capenna. But this one is not as miserable to me as Innistrad Midnight Hunt. That format just, it always felt miserable. This format, it feels like you end up with a really good deck or a deck that just doesn't do really well. That's kind of been our variance. Like, I haven't had... We had like one artifact deck that kind of stole a few wins and went 4-3. But other than that, we've either gone like 0 or 1 wins or 6 and 7. And we start off with a pretty good black removal spell, Soul Transfer. Exile target creature or planeswalker, and return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. And if we control an artifact or enchantment, we can do both of those things. This is a great card, and I only have one of them, so we're picking it. If the rare was junk, I'd probably take Kumano Face's Kakazan. I have 3 of those? Okay, cool. Or Touch the Spirit. I'm not a big fan of Touch the Spirit Realm, just because there's so much enchantment removal that this doesn't really feel like a good way to remove a creature. There's also a Voltage Surge in this pack, but yeah. Pretty easy Soul Transfer. Teachings of the Kirin. Mill 3 cards, make a 1/1 Spirit token. Transforms when it attacks. Exile a creature card, make that. Exile a non-creature card, put a 1/1 counter. The card seems okay. I don't think there's anything else in this pack I particularly want. Maybe the Moon Circuit Hacker. We haven't done blue-black yet. But I'll grab Teachings of the Kirin. It's... of all the like rare sagas in that, it's probably one of the not as great ones. Okay. We have another Kumano Face's Kakazan. We have a Naomi Pillar of Order, which kind of wants us to have the whole artifacts and enchantments going on. I think I'm going to take the Kumano, though. Just kind of diversify a little bit. I mean, this card's not bad either. As is the Naomi. That's a double color card. We don't know if we're going to be that yet. Alright. Nothing else in this pack is super exciting. So let's just grab some sagas and see what comes of it. Ogrehead Helm. This card, we saw it get used a couple of times in like the same sort of game, and it did work. You can sacrifice the creature and draw 3. That card just seems insane. Also, this pack is a lot better. We have a Fang of Shigeki. We have a Guidebot, which could be playable regardless of what deck we end up in. I'll take the Ogrehead Helmet. We'll do a little bit of rare drafting here. Ooh, Unforgiving one. Return a creature card with mana value X or less, where X is the number of modified creatures you control. So, back when the set first came out, I did a draft, and I had a black-green deck. I had, like, this thing. I had some ways to modify it, like a couple things that made counters or things like that. And this getting back a Fang of Shigeki, even just like once in a game, is kind of backbreaking. I don't want to make friends with moths. And it's still a 2/3 menace for 3. I'm going to grab it. We'll see what comes of it. It's very dependent on some of that. Here we're going to take another. We're going to take our first Kami's Flare. Red is usually fairly open. This is kind of a good card to get if you're going into red. Other decent cards in this pack, the Sunblade Samurai. I mean, I guess this is okay. It helps with the artifact enchantment thing if we're going green. But I feel like with these two, I'd rather go into red. We're not seeing a lot of like top-end green stuff right now. We are seeing a lot of top-end red stuff. Seismic Wave is really good. We also have the Experimental Synthesizer. We might not even be black-red. We might just be red here for right now. Yeah, we're going to prioritize the removal here, especially Seismic Wave. This, like, kills all Fang of Shigekis, all 1/1 Go-Go Power Rangers tokens. Very, very good card. Alright, we've got some good... I don't think I really want to be white-red. But this could be a good spot for Undercity Scrounger. It's an artifact. I have 1 enchantment right now if we're looking at black-red, but that's okay. It's either the Scrounger or like maybe one of these white cards. I wonder if that Naomi card is going to come back to us. And yeah, here we're kind of drying up on everything. What would I want out of this pack? I don't know. Maybe Spell Pierce? Speculate on blue? Pick 10. This thing... If we have a way to modify creatures, this thing can be really good. That thing can be annoying. I mean, yeah. We'll take the red cards. If other people don't want to be red, maybe we'll be red. 3/3 with haste. I mean, I guess that's going to be the pick here. Wow, I don't own any of those. Okay. Ambitious Assault. Creatures you control get +2/+0. If you control a modified creature, draw a card. Sure, we'll take the Seven-Tail Mentor. Befriending the Moths came back? Menace Samurai? Yeah, I'll take Befriending the Moths. We'll just take cards of all colors. Ooh. Enters the battlefield, deals twice the number... This is a good card. So immediately it comes in and does 2 damage to something at minimum. We have a Goshin type. We can play this in any deck. So maybe we do want to... Maybe we can pivot into view. We're not going to get this back. In no realm do we get that back. And also, if we pivoted into blue-white, we're essentially ignoring almost all of the first pack. I'm going to take this anyways. It's also a 5/5 menace. The crew 4 is kind of... can be kind of rough, but it's playable regardless of what we do. A Gloom Shrieker. Those are good. We're kind of far from... Maybe we could even splash green, possibly. I mean, it's either that or we take, like, Iron Hoof Boar here. Which I don't think we need to take the boar. Or we can take Tempered in Solitude. That is an enchantment. We're so far off black-green. Let's take the Tempered in Solitude. It kind of goes well with our Soul Transfer, giving us a an enchantment. And here's... This could go well. We could be looking for like some Brute Suits as well. Simian Sling. Yeah, we're going to go like Artifact Enchantment, red-black. I think is where we're settling into here. So this is a good enchantment. So let's take it. A -2/-2 to all creatures. I don't think we need that when we've got the Seismic Wave. I'm gonna take the Twisted Embrace here. This might actually wheel again. I'd be really sweet if it does. And we're gonna put green and blue away. Song Shaper? Alright. I can kind of get on board with that. We are a little bit more aggressive. It's either that or take the Uncharted Haven. And speculate on maybe a splash. I don't think we need to speculate on a splash right now. Let's take the 2-drop. Do want to get some more vehicles, though. The vehicles can provide the artifacts for our soul transfer. And we've got 2 great 1-drops here. And this one actually gives menace to our vehicles, so that can be relevant. Alright, now I don't know what to do. Nothing in this pack really stands out. I guess here we could take the Boar. It's either the Boar or the Apprentice. Yeah, we'll take the Boar. Ooh. I wanted this card when we had the artifact deck. Yeah, that's a good card. Dragon Spark Reactor. We'll take it. Clearly red is open. Red is usually open. Yep, that's another Seismic Wave. I'm gonna take the other Seismic Wave. We can be heavy red. Simian Sling is a decent enough card. Another nice 1-drop, too. Kiki Ember Keeper. We're kind of going with like a black-red sort of modified theme. This is also an enchantment, so that will help with our soul transfer. I like it. Sign me up. Do I want to make them discard 2? No, probably not. I don't know if we're going to play that. It came back. I told you guys it might come back. I told you guys it might come back. +2, +1. I guess I don't necessarily want to play that, but we could. There's a card. I'm thinking we're taking that. Yeah, I'll take that for paint. Okay. Like, black also seems to be fairly not very open. Okay, that's not a great rare. But we have a modified thing. Pretty good red uncommon. Clawing Torment. I would love if that came back to us. But yeah, I think we're going to take the Rabbit Battery here. Just sort of embrace the whole... Oh my gosh. Okay, we don't have the Double Striker. I don't think the Eater of Virtue... I already have a set of them. I don't think Eater of Virtue is where we need to be. Well... It can make anything modified. Or there's Kumano, or there's Assassin's Ink. I kind of want the removal. If I'm being real. I want the Kumano. I want the Eater of Virtue. Oh, this is a really tough pick. I think I just want removal. Or the Kumano. Oh, the Kumano. Kumano. I guess. There's removal. There's removal, there's a Brute Suit, there's an Iron Apprentice. I'm going to take removal now. Yeah, cheap removal instead of the double... Oh my gosh. We could even just be... No, I don't think we're going to be mono red. I think we have enough reason to splash black. Oh! This wants modified creatures, and we're totally doing that. Kami's Flare. What does this thing do? Exile the top X cards from your library. You may play 2 of those cards until the end of your next turn. We'll take Kami's Flare. Kami's Flare will also damage our opponents. We're going to be like aggro, black-red aggro modified. That's the path we're on right now. 1 mana combat tricks? Or Bloodfell Caves? I'm going to take the caves for a little bit of... That probably doesn't go well with all that. Oh my gosh. A 3rd Seismic Wave? Or a 3rd Kami's Flare? I'll take a 3rd Kami's Flare. This is what happens when nobody drafts red. We get all the good regular. Will it be good enough though? That's the question. Experimental Synthesizer. Whoever smelt it dealt it. We don't have a lot of vehicles. That's kind of the sad part. But we keep getting all these other really good... Sack an artifact with mana value X. Return an artifact card. Mana value less than or equal to... It's still even a 3/3 for 3. We're taking it. We did some rare drafting here. We have a deck. We'll see how good it is. Yeah, 3 of these Renegades gets +2/+0 for each other modified creature. Oh, other modified creatures. So like turn 1 this, turn 2 that. Doesn't get him +2/+0. But it makes him a 2/4. Yeah. Yeah, this... Modified creatures, tokens, and... Yeah. I don't know that we're playing any of these cards, so take the uncommon for value. Almost at the point of getting the vault open again. When the vault opens, we just get 3 uncommon wild cards, 2 rare wild cards, and 1 mythic rare wild card. Yeah, I'll take another sling. We can play that. I think this is going to be a 16 land deck. Discard and draw, that's not... I don't think we're playing any of this. What do I need? This. We have 30 cards in the deck right now. We have to cut... We have to cut a lot. How many artifacts do we have? I don't think we really have the artifact and enchantment theme going on. Well, a little bit. Okay, what do I need here? This. Oh, hey, we got the one-man combat trick back. Cool. Now we have another card we gotta figure out how to cut. Okay. Okay. We gotta cut 7. That's not aggressive enough, and we don't need to ramp. Unforgiving one returns creatures. It could return, like, any of these things. Oh, yes. Dragonspark Reactor. How many artifacts are we playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might not even play this. We don't have a lot. We have better 2-drops as well. We might not even play the Scrap Welder. Because we have to sacrifice an artifact, return an artifact. Surge Hacker Mech. Crew 4 is kind of asking a lot. I don't think we're playing the Dragonspark Reactor. This is much more of a modified sort of deck. We have Artifact and Enchantment, so Soul Transfer. Unforgiving one can return like these things. I only have to cut 2 more. This is Crew 4. So it would take like multiple things to crew, although with Tempered in Solitude, are we going to be attacking alone a lot? I almost feel like we cut the Tempered in... Well, we're cutting a land. In no world are we playing... Soul Transfer and Twisted Embrace are kind of throwing off my curve. But we do want lots of red sources. So 6, 9, that's 15, 16. I'm kind of glad we grabbed the Bloodfell Caves. Because we're probably... maybe we do want... I think we want Tempered in Solitude. Because I think we've got so much removal here. Just so much cheap removal. Now, we're going to keep the Twisted Embrace and the Soul Transfer. Even though they're double black. We've got so much removal, and so much better removal than... This is basically just going to be removal. It's going to be really hard to get Crew 4. I don't think we want that. I think we're just going to be black-red aggro, and we're going to get Kamigawa lands here. So let's get lands, black-red. Where's some Kamigawa stuff? We'll go with the city one. We did say 7, right? No, 6. Because then we have 9 mountains. Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah, because we definitely want more red. Alright, that's the deck. This can be very, very aggressive. So Kami's Flare, 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker, and that deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller if we have a modified creature. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, it's not ninjas. It's not a good green enchantment-based deck, but it is something. Let's see how it plays. Let's just see how it plays. Like, this could be really good or really bad. Oh yeah, and we're in Diamond 4 as well. We just got to Diamond 4. We have nothing aggressive. It's another aggro deck that's not playing anything for several turns. Okay, there's a Akiba Reckoner raid. Play like a Fangashigeki. Yeah, yes! Thank you. Thank you. Applause for that. I appreciate it. Okay, we're not supposed to be having this many lands, necessarily. Oh, it's already? Oh, because they played it to turn 1. Yeah, we're gonna Seismic Wave and just play another Fangashigeki. I mean, if they do, like, some ninja thing here, we'll kill the ninja, but I don't want to have to do... Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. They play nothing. Absolutely nothing? Do I just take 3 here? Kind of want to see what they play. Yeah, we'll take 3. Maybe they'll play like Go Shintai. They have a ninja. They have a huge ninja. Oh gosh. That's gonna kill us. I should have... I can't kill that. 2, 3... Yeah, I can't kill that. That's bad. Oh, hey, a Simian Sling. Something. I don't have a modified creature. Alright. We're gonna replay the Akiba Reckoner. Yeah, this thing's kind of big. I should have done the Seismic Wave before. Clawing Torment. Sure. Taking 6 that I can't stop. Okay, so our aggro deck, when it doesn't get creatures, is not very good. Who knew? If I do this now... Well, if I don't do this... Sorry, I'll do that. Yeah, took us a little bit too long to kill that. So this is going to be a 2/2 mess. There's a Blossom Prancer. We're going to have to, like, play this defensively. which feels awful. And if they have removal for it, we're just dead. I'm just going to chalk this one up to having a really bad start. Searchlight Companion. We need the other Seismic Wave. Oh, I thought that was Seismic Wave. And we're actually dead. Well, we're not going to let them... Well, we don't need to go through the motions. They're going to attack us with everything and kill us. All right, let's try that again. We'll try it again. Same deck list. We only have 16 lands. I'd say we kind of flooded out there. Pyro Protagonist. Alright, sure. We're on the play. Simian Sling. We have removal to back it up. We've got our Equipment Monkey here. Ooh, cool. We can modify this thing, and then Kami's Flare becomes active. Seismic Wave, always good time. Modern Age, sure. You Modern Age it up. And we get more land. We get like the Tempered in Solitude or something? I want them to play... I don't know what I want them to play here. Like, play 2 Fang of Shigekis or something. Having a tough time deciding what to discard. It happens when they're... Okay, Enchanted Haven. Do they have other... I imagine they have to have other lands. Tranquil Cove, okay. So they're 3 colors. Another land. Really, deck? Attack. We'll modify this thing. No real reason not to, and it puts the Kami's Flare, the full value of it online. And conveniently, here's a target for it. Play like a vehicle or something. Something that isn't fully going to help you. Bearer of Memory. That's fine. I could see if they want to attack first, or block. I might do that, because it could lead to a blowout, like we kill that. Another land. We don't really need the life. We could actually need the Seismic Wave and Kami's Flare, so we'll do it like that. They are doing it. We have to kill the Bearer of Memory. They could have the 1-mana combat trick here. That'd be kind of bad for us. Because now I gotta use both my burn spells so we don't get blown out here. Didn't like that exchange. I figured they might have had Tamiya's safekeeping. Can we get the Tempered in Solitude, since we've drawn like half our lands already? Almost half. And we haven't even... We're not even close to being half through the deck. Or if we could get like the Boar next turn. Like any of our synergy cards. That'd be swell. Season of Renewal, getting back Kami and Modern Age, okay. And they play Modern Age. Or the Ogrehead helmet. That'd be good here. I'd discard our hand and draw 3 new cards. Of course, I'd have to sacrifice the creature. Twisted Embrace. Okay. They discarded Invoke the Ancients. Alright, well, get in for 3. We have a lot of 1-mana sagas as well that we're just not getting. But we do have a removal for their next thing. And we have 3 of those things that would be like the 2-mana 3/3s right now. The +2/+0 for each other modified creature I have. I don't like that card. I'd prefer if you didn't play that card. Kindled Fury. Alright. Get rid of that. This is a 3-turn clock. But now they can have multiple creatures. They can try blocking the first strike. We've got the cool cyber fish that goes around eating stuff. I like that thing. Okay. They could return their thing and gain 3 life. But then they're not blocking next turn. Kami's Flare, they're not blocking this turn. Actually, does this... It does not quite kill them. Doesn't quite kill them. But we're close. Another removal spell might do it, and our deck is stacked with them. Seismic Wave kills them on the spot because we just target them. Go Power Rangers of Boundless Vigor. And Satuski the Living Lure. Put a lure counter on each saga you control. When it dies, choose one. Return sagas. Okay, that's not really the best rare. You don't necessarily need to put extra lore counters on your sagas. Because, like, you're going to get the stuff anyways, unless your opponent is, like, trying to destroy your... Okay, well, they have to block this. And blocking it means... Oh, they're just dead. Never mind. Alright, deck can be fine. Do we need the 1-mana combat trick? That's kind of the question. How many creatures do we have in this deck? Because it seems like 11 creatures, but we also have... So it's kind of like 12, 13, 14 with those sagas. We don't have a ton of artifacts entering the battlefield, so that's why I'm not... Scrap Welder, just a 3-mana, 3/3. Yeah, I don't think we want this stuff. I guess I just imagine this deck having, like, a bit wider of a board than what we've been having. Maybe it's just been our draws, too. Because we've been drawing our removal half of the deck. Certainly have a lot of that. The Kami's Flare being active and hitting both their creature and the opponent was really helpful last game. The Tool. Yeah, this is good. Keep it. Okay, so no creature, you may exile, you may play that card this turn. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get attacked for 1 or 2 here. We're up against black-green. Splash their water. Alright, we're gonna get attacked for 2. We're gonna take... yeah. We're slightly behind here. Do I play the Ember Keeper? I don't have a way to modify a creature right now. I guess it could threaten to trade with this. Go Shintai. I don't like that card. No blocks. And that's going to get bigger. Another Seismic Wave, huh? Okay, this can actually deal 3 to that. I think we're gonna play our unforgiving one here. We've got like all the stuff that wants modified creatures, and we don't have the modified creatures part right now. This could actually get bad. Maybe we should have seismic waved and killed this. No blocks. Jukai training, okay. Okay, some things need to be gone here. Starting with that. They double blocked, they would... That would get a +1. No attacks. We're at 10. This is not where we want to be with our aggro deck. That's fine. But that's all they're doing. That's fine. Geothermal Kami. Okay, returning the... Yep. Oh, and they pumped that thing. We're kind of in trouble here. Let's go... Go attacking. Kindled Fury. Well, I don't think they're going to block now. I suppose I could have cast that. Yeah, I suppose I could have cast that. I missed a point of damage. They're at 23. Oh, this is so bad for us. This was our synergies not coming together. We're almost dead. So we have to block this thing, which we can't do very well. Gosh. We're basically dead. Oh, Soul Transfer. I can't even cast that. Reckoner Raid, that's late. Yeah, they were on the play and they just got... Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. Okay, so this aggro deck not doing as well as our last one. Not even close. It doesn't feel like it should be a bad deck, but it's like we need the synergies to line up, and we're like we didn't get any of our stuff that could modify things. We haven't seen one of our Kumanos yet. But we have 2 of them. Yeah, we're seeing seismic waves a lot. But our opponent was just always like a step ahead. Like, I don't know what we could have done differently in that game. What a joke. Well, without a red source, this hand does nothing, so we can't keep that. But we mulligan, so there's like a 90% chance we lose this game. Very disappointing. I'll say they had no turn 2 play? Alright. Sunblade Sam. Okay, that's their turn 2 play. They're fetching up more lands, gaining life. We haven't actually used that mode on our Sunblade Samurai. We usually have been getting it like later on when we have tons of lands and just play it as a. Okay, they are 3 colors. Double black card, exactly what I want to draw right now. That's only other modified creatures we control. So no sense in doing that. There's also no sense in not doing it at this point. Because now the Kami's Flare will deal 2 to them. Moon Snare Specialist, sure. You got it. Go attacking. We can catch him with a Kindled Fury. And they take a damage anyways. Behold the unspeakable. Well, that's just wonderful. If I wait a turn, I can play this. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna equip here. It's a 0/4, still can't attack well. Behold the unspeakable, as we know, very difficult to beat. Hey, if we get our double black, we could choose both of these. We don't have any creatures in the graveyard, though, but okay. I feel like this deck isn't as bad as what it's been performing. We'll see if they have the, okay, they do not. Okay. Alright, not doing too bad here. Got 2 4/4s in play. They're gonna have this thing flip. Season of Renewal on big stuff. Okay. Oh, they're gonna bounce this thing. And then we're not going to have any plays. We're not going to be able to get past the unspeakable. Okay, or they can have that synergy. That could be a 5/5, but does it do anything? That's a 5/3 for each other modified. Still doesn't get around that. Unfortunately, and then they can bounce our thing with the counter. Yep, they're gonna bounce our thing with the counter. Incorrect choice? You're telling me there's hope. Okay, there's not much hope. What do we need here? Okay. I guess we come in. If I could get another modified creature, I could even bring that back, which would be kind of neat. Can't do a thing about their flyer. A guide bot. And befriending moths. We dead yet? Opponent getting aggressive. Well, they've got us dead on the next turn. Ember Keeper. This would have been where, like, Seismic Wave would have been pretty good. Because we could Seismic Wave, well... Yeah, they've got us dead. I really don't think this deck was as bad as it performed. It was kind of demanding on, like, wanting certain synergies. So we needed, like, combinations of cards to line up together. And it didn't really happen much. So we had, like, these things that wanted us to have modified creatures, this thing that wanted us to have modified creatures, but then we didn't draw our ways to modify creatures. We were lacking it. We never once saw Rabbit Battery, only saw this once. Yeah, we never saw Voltage Surge. We never saw our Ogre Head Helm. Very, very rough. We had a mulligan in a game or two. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like when the synergies were there, like, it could come together, but we had tons of cheap removal too, but it just didn't come together for us, which is unfortunate. Very interesting. So, like I said, like we either get like 6 or 7 wins, or we get 0 and 1. That's kind of how this series has been going. So for now, I'll take my leave.